Referencing, for example, can we ask tenants to pay for their own reference or direct tenants, as Michael Davies asks from CJ Hole, to a referencing agency which pays the agent commission?
Absolutely not. That will be completely illegal in all those situations.
Very good. And what is your view on, this is a question from George Cobb at Daniel Cobb, what's your view on referral fees as a source of agent income?
Well, I think there is nothing wrong with referral fees, and that is a great question to bring up at this moment in time. The government has said that it is giving the industry, both sales and letting agents, 12 months to prove the industry can be transparent in referral fees and commissions. If, when it's finished its review in 12 months' time, and actually I say 12 months' time, it's actually 9 months now, the government feel that the industry is not being open and transparent on referral fees, then they are going to ban them. So I don't think there's any problem whatsoever with trying to generate additional or lost income from referral fees and commissions. Just make sure you are transparent that you are receiving those referral fees or commissions with whoever is paying the bill. And whoever is paying the bill is a really important one. So particularly things like utility providers, Spark Energy, I use as an example. The tenant is the one that's paying the bill, not the landlord. So do make sure you are being clear and transparent with the person that's paying the bill. It's not always going to be the landlord, just to remind you. But 12 months, if you don't want referral fees to go the same way as tenant fees, the industry has got to prove that it can be transparent.
Yeah. So I'm running out of time here, David. I think I've only got time for one more question, and that is from Phil McGarth at Smooth Moves in Nottingham. How can we legally cover our admin and referencing costs?
You're going to have to effectively either find other ways of generating income, i.e. can you increase the rent in your area so that with the rent going up, your amount of commission going up from the landlord increases in terms of actual pounds, shillings and pence. Do you have to increase your landlord fees? You might also want to consider actually charging the landlord for specific things as well. So if, referencing fees, it comes back to the tenancy setup fee that I was talking about earlier. You've also got to look at ways of reducing costs. As I've said on this webinar, previous Goodlord webinars, I think the one benefit of the tenant fees ban for the industry is the explosion of PropTech that has come in to reduce your admin costs. Goodlord is a prime example of that. Be it the admin side, be it the accounting and finance side, there's been an explosion of PropTech that can help reduce your costs. So you've got to look at ways of reducing costs and increasing income, because you're not going to be able to charge the tenants. What I would also say is kind of my parting word. The tenant fees ban has been written in law that everything is banned unless it is specifically a permitted payment. Anybody that tells you if you do this, this, and this, you will be able to continue charging fees, they are wrong. You are going to end up in excessive amounts of hot water. The enforcement authorities have been told that if somebody is willfully breaching the ban, they are to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. They've also been told if it was a mistake and they were genuinely trying to help and comply with the law, they should exercise common sense. But if you are trying to find ways around it, I can assure you, I can pretty much quote every word of this act at this moment in time. There are no loopholes. One of the things ARLA has been doing is to try.
David. Thank you very much. But that's terrific. So we've got a lot more to go over actually, but we've run out of time on this webinar. So I just have a couple of additional pointers for people, because as you've mentioned, a lot of work people need to make sure they've done here. They've got to update their contracts. They've got to be mindful of consumer protection. So actually, even their listings on the portals, for example, they need to be checking.